I think because there are so few moderates, particularly in the House of Representatives. The way lines have been drawn, districts have gotten safer and safer for the party that holds them. In the Senate, we're always going to have some moderates because there are states that can't make up their minds. And Missouri is one of those states. So we have, as long as I've been in the Senate, there's been one Republican and one Democrat representing our state, which probably accurately reflects my state. Well, I think certainly we were able to stop the House tried at one point in 2011 and to some extent in 2012 to use funding for Planned Parenthood, for example, as a negotiation in some of the budget negotiations, and the women really solidified around that. Funding for women in the health care bill, in that now it's not a pre-existing condition to be a woman. Requiring that there's maternity care in insurance policies. There have been a number of issues like that where we have weighed in a unified way, and we can really move the needle if we're all together. So it has made some impact. And I think we all get along pretty well, and we try to set a good example for our male colleagues that you can talk and trust and maybe reach some kind of compromise. I'd say it's much better today than it was 10 years ago. And just like the changes in our civilian criminal system, these changes are now being brought to bear. Reporting is way up by 50% this year because I believe the women are now realizing that we're giving them more support, more advice, more respect and deference. I think we've gotten the attention of the military leadership on this issue. And this is an issue that, frankly, if you just look at convictions, the conviction rate in the military is higher than in the civilian criminal system. And this is a crime that is always going to be underreported because women don't want to talk about the most painful moment of their lives that they want to keep deeply private and deeply personal. So I guess what I would say to them is it's better. And with the reforms we're going to pass, where every victim will have their own lawyer and have choices, and instead of her being moved out of the unit, the perpetrator is moved out of the unit, probably a dozen significant reforms that will go in as a result of our work this year that's really going to make a difference for them. And we need women in the military, because the sooner we have women at the top levels of leadership in the military, the sooner this problem will be solved once and for all.